What's going on, guys? Amazing Watch here, back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over Sariel versus the one Escanor. So let's get into it. Alright, so I know a lot of people in my stream have been asking who should I be saving for on global. Should it be for the Sariel of Tornado or the one Escanor? So in this video I'm going to be going over both the one Escanor's kit and Sariel's kit, and then also discussing their banners as well. Because I feel like that's super important when actually evaluating which unit you summon for. So yeah, let's hop into what Sariel does first, and then we'll go over the one. Sariel is going to be SSR rarity, red attribute, a goddess race. For his passive here, he's going to increase the basic stats of all goddess allies by 20% of the hero's basic stats applies when entering battle. So pretty good, you know what I mean? Like increasing all your goddess allies by 20% of hero's basic stats, which is super good. And then for his first card here, he's going to inflict Sever damage equal to 300% of attack on all enemies, and Sever is 3 times crit chance, which is super good. This card actually hits like, it takes like 30 times, like it's actually insane, like the amount of times the attack animation takes the enemy when doing damage, so it's really powerful. And then for his second skill here, he's going to inflict Power Strike with damage equal to 475% of attack on one enemy. And Power Strike is an additional damage based on the enemy's resistance. So a lot of people like to do this team right here where you run Sariel and then Blue Droll. And what happens is every time you damage them, you're going to be doing more damage with the Tornado card because you're increasing their resistance with the Droll's Commandment. Which is a pretty cool way you can like combo this with Droll, which is pretty nice. And then for his grace here, if a critical strike occurs when the hero uses a skill, ignore 50% of the enemy's critical defense. And that is why this Sever card right here hits so hard, because of Sariel's Grace of Tornado. And then for his ultimate, he's going to inflict Sever damage equal to 630% of attack on one enemy, and this can scale up to 945% at 6 out of 6. Overall too, if we go over Sariel's stats, he has some really high stats. He has 4,300 CC, 620 attack, decent HP, decent defense. He has really high crit damage, about, you know, it's pretty good crit chance, 40%, 60% pierce rate as well, 10% lifesteal. His like overall basic stats are really good. Alright, so now we're gonna hop into the one Escanor. So the one Escanor, you guys already know a lot about the one Escanor really, but I'll just go over his kit super briefly. For his passive, the hero gains a buff which increases all stats by 6% at the start of the allied turn. When there are 3 stacks of this effect, remove debuffs and become immune to debuffs for 1 turn. After that, remove a stack until 1 stack is left, then stack debuff accordingly again. So basically, the one Escanor will become the one, or he'll get the power of the one, and then it'll start to like diminish after a while, and then go back up again, right? It kind of mimics like the anime, whatever. So it inflicts influx damage equal to 500% of attack on one enemy at rank 3, and influx does additional 0.8% damage per 1% remaining HP. So if you have about what, I think it's like if you have 100% HP, you're doing 0.8 times 100%. So that's what, like 80%, which is super powerful. 80% increased damage. And then we have his second card right here, which inflicts damage equal to 600% of attack on one enemy, just raw 600%. Same card as Derriere and counter melee. And then for his ultimate, he's going to inflict damage equal to 720% of attack on one enemy, and then inflict additional death damage. So death damage inflicts 20% of the final damage as additional damage on top of what you did for the ultimate. And how death works is you can actually like nuke one guy, and then if they die, the death effect actually hits another person on the opposing team. So it's super powerful. And then for the multipliers here, it can scale up to 1080% at 6 out of 6, and the death multiplier can scale up to double damage. So it goes from 20% of the damage all the way up to double damage at 6 out of 6. And then if we go over the one Escanor's stats, overall he has, I would say, probably the better stat like distribution, because he's got a lot of CC, he has really good HP for CC as well. 10% lifesteal is about the same as Sariel, a little bit less crit damage, a little bit more crit chance. 60% pierce. He's, you know, all around they're about the same actually if you really look at their basic stats. So that's just something to note. Alright, so now that we went over both the one Escanor and Sariel's kit, I wanted to discuss their banners. So I actually have both their banners pulled up. Shout out to GC Database for the info. So this is the Sariel banner, Tarmiel banner, and then this is the one Escanor's banner. So if we go over the actual rates of everything, overall Sariel is going to have a higher pull rate at 0.5%. Another thing to note as well is that Tarmiel is also featured on the banner, so you have a pretty good chance of getting both Sariel and Tarmiel out of the entire 3% rate on the banner. The one Escanor's banner, on the other hand, is 0.25 to get the one Escanor, but the rates for the entire banner is going to be 4%, and you have a lot of really good units on the banner. You got the red Zeldris, you got blue Droll, green Estarossa, you have red Demon Meliodas, green Merlin, red Escanor, you got Gamer Shin, the green Demon Henderson. Yeah, like overall the banner is pretty good in terms of units you can get, and then obviously all of the festival units, including the regular Arthur that was featured on the banner as well. So you have Lost Wing Meliodas, Goddess Elizabeth, Small Wing King, and then the one Escanor. So all 4 of the festival units totaling a 1% pull rate for festival units on this banner, which is super good. And then if we look at Sariel's banner, he's got, you know, Demon Hendy, which is good, Gearhod, which is really bad, Matrona, which is pretty bad, Ludociel is a good pickup as well. Green Escanor at this point in the game isn't really, like, you know, a unit you want to chase for. You have the blue Helbram, which is, you know, pretty bad, blue Merlin, which is pretty bad. This is Nunchuck Bond, I think, the decent. I think this is the Giant DN, and then we have the blue Demon Meliodas. So overall, Sariel's banner is worse than the ones in terms of the general banner units. In terms of rates though, you do have a higher % chance of getting Sariel than you do the one, but overall I do feel that having a 1% chance at fest units is definitely better than the 1% chance of pulling Sariel and Tarmiel overall, right? But yeah, that's their banners. If we're talking about the units base to base, I would say it's about even. So both the units are about even in terms of power, because Sariel can dish out as much damage as the one can. They can both dish out like an insane amount of damage. I guess you could give like farming to Sariel, I guess, because he's got an AoE. But overall, I would say if you wanted to discuss, or if you wanted to go over who you would actually summon for, I would say base it off of the banners. And if we're basing it off of the banners, I would definitely say to save for the ones banner instead of Sariel, just because of all the banner units you can get here. Because obviously this banner right here is going to be way more valuable for you than the Sariel banner that has a bunch of like mediocre units in here, like the blue Merlin, blue Helbram, Matrona, and like Gearhod. Like there are some bad units on the ones banner, I'm not gonna lie. We have Mono, Roxy, Camilla's a little bad, but other than that, like everyone else here is pretty decent, you know what I mean? So that's my thoughts on the one versus Sariel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.